Hello guys, so today we're back into our HTML course. I know it's been a long time, but yeah, now we're on to it. So today we're going to be talking about buttons in HTML. So let's get started. Now, we know about h1, header 1, h2, header 2, and h4, h3, h5, h6. Yeah, so I know the doctor type tag, the HTML tag, the head tag. You don't need to know the meta and the tag. And you know the title tag, and you know the body tag, the h1 tag, the h2 tag, the h3 tag, the h4 tag, the h5 tag, the h6 tag. Well, also note that this is a way to put in a comment. I'll show you. We just put in this, then we put in these two things, and then you end it by putting in these two things and with this. And then you put in. Now, if you put it here, then no, it's not a comment. Alright, BDG, okay. So anyway, let's just put it as this is a comment again. This is a comment. Okay, so anyway, and we also put in and we also know the P tag and the break tag, the line break tag, And then again, we enclose with the HTML. So now, I can just remove this if you want. We can remove in some useless stuff if you don't want. Anyway, we don't need the title to be document because it's not a document. Buttons. Yeah, it's a buttons, Yeah. And yeah, you can put in style if you want, but that's only if you know CSS. And we're not gonna start the CSS right now because that's a later thing. So to start a button, we have to use the button tag. Let's say, first of all, let's just put in a line break. Also note that with the enclosing line break tag, it puts in another line break. Anyway, so now, to put in the button tag, all you have to do is type in button. Now, do this. Yeah. It'll automatically do it for you in VS Code. Now, put in the slash and automatically. So we use the button tag. Now, let's just put in the button name. This is a button. Okay. So now CTRL save. And now, let's check. Whoopsie. Did I forget? Anyway, let me just see it. Buttons in HTML. Okay, so we have this. This is a h1 text, h2 text, h3 text, h4 text, h5 text, h6 text. This is text. Okay, Now, this is a line break. And this is a button. Now, we didn't assign any action to this button. So even if we click it, nothing happens. But don't worry about that, because we can do stuff with that. Now, there are two different ways to make actions with buttons. Now, the first way, which I used to do, isn't actually so common. I mean, it's not so good. It's not a good method. I mean, not too great, but yeah. So anyway, so we can put in hyperlinks. Now, since you didn't learn about hyperlinks yet, and if you do know, then you could just tag along. But yeah. Now, to put in hyperlinks, now I'm just gonna assume that you know about hyperlinks because actually I didn't teach it yet. Anyway, now, oopsie. So now this is a hyperlink. So now, Anyway, ahref equal to www.youtube.com. There. Now let's test this. Whoopsie. 0, 3, 95. Now your file was not found. It may have been moved or deleted. Now don't worry about that. It's because we have to put in HTTPS. Now don't worry about that. I'll put that. Yeah, and I'm making a video. Okay, so So now Ta-da! We go to YouTube. See that? Yeah. So, well, yeah. Now, don't worry if you don't know about hyperlinks, because then you don't need to know about this, okay? Now, the other way easier method is going to actually use some JavaScript. Now, if you don't know about JavaScript, then don't worry. I have like a separate course. It's not completed yet right now, but yeah, it is like, I have a separate JavaScript course. So now, the other way to do it is with JavaScript. And to put in JavaScript into the button, what we could do is we can just put in like onClick attribute. So we can use the onClick attribute. OnClick. Type onClick after button. It should be in light blue. And then put in equal to. Whoopsie. For some reason that happened. Anyway, don't worry. Now, for onClick, you have to put this in like, Whoopsie. That was a huge letdown. Anyway, so now you use double or single quotes. It accepts both. Anyway, yeah. You should like, most of the time you can use double quotes here. So anyway, so I'll just put in a JavaScript action. Alert. You press a button. Now, don't worry if you don't understand JavaScript, of course. I'm like, this JavaScript thingy. Because as I said, you learn JavaScript in my different course. Yeah. So now, Control save. F5. If you click this, you get an alert box that says you pressed a button. Now, yeah. So, okay. You can also open in a prompt. Yeah. A prompt with the prompt function. Yeah. Prompt. Control save. F5. Yeah, so I'm just gonna assume that you know JavaScript. Yeah. Okay, so now, yeah, so those are the basics of buttons. So those are the basics of buttons and, pretty much like in HTML, And again, let me just put this to alert. And you click the button. Yeah. So these are the basics of buttons in HTML. So bye-bye, guys. See you next time.